Hold on, I'm looking.
On her.
Okay. Surprise.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to
Oh,
find it.
go this way.
Mhm.
Just a gift to the world. We are right now. Right. That gets both of us in there.
That's gonna be a special one, but it
It'll
needs to stay
show.
forward. So can
Yeah,
you keep it in
people
the
right
looking
there.
for now? Thank you. I'm not finding it, babe.
All right, let me send her. I didn't find it either.
Did you search in your YouTube?
When I searched it, I didn't find it either. So let me send her the link.
Did you put a space between Tarot Together channel?
Nope.
Okay.
No spaces.
I'm sending it to her right now.
Michelle's sending it to you right now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I can watch it on my phone.
Okay, I'll just do it on my phone then.
I do enjoy that it comes from it sideways, so you can see.
Okay, is that you right there?
Am I waving?
Yep, you're waving.
Okay, do you see the chat?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you send me a question in the chat? Hey, she said hi. And imagine, we'll say something about,
That was me. And Nanya.
Tanya.
Like, none your business. What's your name? None your business.
Who's asking?
Yeah, exactly.
About, what the channel is, or a brief intro. We'll have to figure out.
We could see what we look like to people. They would fucking stay up.
So I had a dream last night that we kept her to NC State with Kevin and drive for 2 hours with something, and then
Hey, Bitsy.
Okay, how do we do this?
Find the chat.
She did.
Oh, you did. So send a question. Send a question, please.
I can't hear you.
What's next for me professionally? Who the fuck is that?
Oh. Hello. We're here practicing for our brand new channel, so I'll pull some cards for you. Do you say that, Joe?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear us?
I can hear us.
Barely.
Okay, let me try. How about now? What's next professionally for?
Try your volume, Bitsy,
Yeah, I mean, I've got my phone cut all the way up, and I can't hear you hardly.
because I have it on my end too, on my
Phone's
phone,
up all the way.
and I can hear us.
Three
Joe, how do you
cards.
say that name?
I asked if is it Joe? And I think he said yep.
So what did you say to try to do with the volume?
I just suggested just turning your phone up because I have it live on my phone right now too, and I can hear us.
Oh, good. Okay, thanks, Joe. What's next for me professionally? So how do we pull cards? I'm learning. I'm here with a mentor, and we are offering free readings and for people who need a reading, and also for people who want to learn tarot, do this live with a mentor because there's not enough mentors to go around. So we're learning together, tarot together. So
Ladies, I can't hear anything.
Okay, Bitsy, I gotta get off the phone though. Just I'll stay on if you can, and we'll try it in a minute. But I gotta turn the phone off. Okay. All right. So with a question like that, can I pull a couple of cards and hope that it's gonna?
What's next for me professionally?
Professionally.
I mean, it's kind of a vague question, but you can pull and see what comes. But
Joe, can you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, please? We're doing free readings for subscribers.
and this is a trial practice run for us, so if we're a little janky and unprofessional, we're trying to figure it all out.
Look at this.
So what is it? The Hierophant,
First was the Emperor,
the Emperor.
Hierophant, and the Fool.
Okay. So, how would you read that? Without looking at like.
I mostly do love readings, so this is a little. Oh, thank you, Joe.
Thank
So
you.
whatever he's doing, he's about to boss up and take charge of something, and it's going to be stable. Maybe.
So this feels to me
Take a
like
leap of
new.
faith.
This feels like new beginnings to me. This feels like something needs to change, like something needs to level up. It feels like some type of education. This card is about the Hierophant. Is about education. It's about learning from a mentor. It's usually a male, but it can signify like schooling, mentoring, leveling up in some way. So when your question, what's next for me professionally? I would say that there's something coming that's going to level you up, or something you need to be focusing on to level you up. And the Fool is about taking a leap of faith. So I feel like there's a decision that you might be wavering on, or it's an opportunity that's about to come your way. And it's a positive, and it's basically saying take a leap of faith. I don't even know where to look right now. like this
Here.
monitor and this one.
This is live number 1, Joe.
So, are you currently working right now, Joe? And are you in school or thinking about going to school? Can you answer that in the chat?
And the school comes up because of the Hierophant?
Yeah,
Okay.
because not necessarily, it can, like I said, it can be school, like literally, but it's more like
Not working and not going into school. Not thinking about going into school.
well, I feel like we're talking about something education wise. And again, it doesn't have to mean literal school. It can be a mentor, an internship. It's something where you're learning under another person that is doing what you want to do, or what you're trying to focus on doing. So I feel like there's an opportunity that's coming your way that you quite aren't seeing, or you're lollygagging on. So I would suggest to finish the school, because it really feels like school. I feel like there's something bigger for you at the end of that than what you're already doing. I'm looking over here because it's the chat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe it's about learning some details. And do you still need me, Bitsy? Yeah, Bitsy, can you send a question, please?
If you ask a question, Bitsy will answer it for you.
And so, what did you get from the Emperor for Giles' question?
The Emperor is I'm reading the Emperor and the Hierophant kind of together. The Emperor is like is a strong male, and then the Hierophant is like mentorship under that strong person. It doesn't have to be a male. It can be someone with a masculine energy, or someone that is a leader in their field, someone who like knows their shit, knows what they're talking about. But I feel like you're going to be under someone, Joe. I feel like you're going to be doing some type of internship or some type of schooling, something that's going to put you further than what you're already doing, that you're not quite looking at, or that you haven't finished yet. I feel like we're talking about something you haven't finished yet, and that will take you
over here
on a leap of faith. I keep looking at the chat questions. So weird. And then when I look over here, I can see myself kind of out of the side peripheral, whatever. But anyway, Joe, that's what I get for you about that question when you ask what is next for me professionally. It's leveling up, it's finishing your education, and there's something for you after. Not what you're doing now. I feel like it's something else.
Does that make sense, Joan?
You're welcome. Is my new position a good fit?
Okay.
That's what Bitsy wants to know.
So I know that there are some readers who wait for flippers, or some just get a feeling to stop shuffling, and that's when you know to pull.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
I
on
don't.
that?
I do it like this. I let them come out. I want my
flipper
like that. I want my cards to pop out. I want my cards to flip. Yeah.
So why do people feel so strongly about either for flipping or not flipping?
I don't know. I mean, to each their own when it comes to tarot and reading in general, really. But for me personally, I pull two ways. Like this, I just let them pop out. Okay. Or I feel under the deck and I know where to break. I just know, I feel like, okay, I'm going to break here and pull. This is not the cards, right? But that's how I do it. I feel and then pull. And then if I don't feel those cards, I'll put them back in the deck and they'll pop out again if it's meant to be.
It's just all about your feeling.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So what's that first one?
Emperor, the same one you.
Okay, Emperor,
Temperance, and the Lovers.
Emperor, Temperance, and the Lovers.
For Bitsy. Is this new position a good fit? Okay, so with the Temperance.
How do you read the Temperance?
Patience, balance, seeking balance.
It's your attitude you take about things, your literal temperament, your literal, like, not, sometimes it could be like not seeing your blessings in front of you.
Oh.
Like it's your literal attitude you take about things, your temperament, your I don't want to say perspective because the Fool is like more about perspective and other cards are more about, but that's how I read that card.
This would be about partnerships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Choices, partnerships.
Mm-hmm.
So with the Emperor with the Temperance as opposed to the Emperor with the last card, do you read those together too?
I read that it's a good fit, but there's something that's frustrating the shit out of Bitsy with dealing with these people, this place, or this thing. But if she just holds the course and rides it out, there's something for her there. She just needs to change her attitude and her perspective about the situation around her. That's how I would read it.
Bitsy, can you hear us? from the green to the yellow. I mean, the yellow to the green.
I'm trying to connect. Okay, there we go. I can hear it now. Yeah, someone else just texted me and told me there's no sound.
Okay. So
But I can hear us now.
You can?
There's
I
sound
just,
now.
I just changed it to the yellow.
Okay.
Okay, so it goes on the yellow.
There's sound now. Yeah,
Thank you for helping.
there's sound now. Thank you. All right, so no, it goes in the yellow one.
Okay.
That's what I felt too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yellow's my favorite color.
There's sound, and I can hear it in my earbud now.
Sunshine. Who's on? Okay, so if anybody wants to send a question in the chat after subscribing, for all subscribers.
Someone said you're welcome. All right, so now we need another question. I hope Bitsy heard what we said, though.
Well, she seemed to. We should text her. We had a friend come on to help us figure out how we want to do this and get the technical issues out of the way. And we're not sure if she heard the answer to her question. You see the bonus of being our friend?
Hmm?
Is that such a bonus to be our friend?
Yeah.
You can ask a question, but you won't be able to hear the answer.
People ask me questions all the time, and I need to do something with my hair.
Yeah, I wasn't ponytail's not doing me any favors.
It's just a practice. We didn't even introduce ourselves or anything. We're just like, here we are. Stop. Let's do the things.
So who's on? Your friend is on?
Yeah.
Anyone want to ask a question?
I've just posted it to my Facebook too.
So when you pull the devil,
Mm-hmm.
are you also looking at? I mean, there's, what the devil is, but do you also say you could be, if this was about love, you could be dealing with Capricorn, or at your job, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, because that's the zodiac sign that it's associated with.
Yeah. So the devil is, what does it say there?
It says, here's one. Only heard that it's good fit, but need to make adjustments. Oh, okay, good. Attitude
It's not
adjustments.
Bitsy. So Bitsy, what I said was, it is a good fit, but I feel like there's somebody there who is like slower, moving at a slower pace, or like the way that they do things. You're like, God, there's so many better ways you could be doing this, or you could be running the kitchen or the front end or whatever the fuck it is. I feel like you see where you could make adjustments and you can make changes, and this person is very slow to hear you or make those changes. And I feel like it's frustrating for you. I feel like you're frustrated with the people around you, but I do still feel like it's the right fit for you. You just got to change your perspective and your attitude about the place. That's what I said. Does that resonate?
If you're just logging on, we're doing free questions for subscribers. Subscribing is free. You can just send a question in the chat.
And this is our first live, our first, anything on this channel. And we're just practicing for now.
I think it's just gonna come pretty naturally.
I do not like that. I do not want to see that. And no one else does either.
Right here. See, when I turn this way.
We need to put the camera not in a way that's like.
I know. Well, let's adjust it now. This is what this is for.
I feel like Jabba the Hutt right now. Oh.
I don't care for.
Oh, that's. Hey, Aubrey.
Aubrey's here.
Yay. Thank you for supporting. I love you.
Will I get out of this? Is it a bank robbery? What's happening?
Will I get out of this? Okay.
Let me try it. but I don't know where to put this in the meantime. Yeah, you're going to have to do it while I try to figure out this camera.
I'm going to let you do Aubrey because I know her personally.
Aubrey,
And
can
see
you
what you
hear
get.
us okay?
I think she can. I can hear us on. I have my earbud in. I can hear us on.
Okay, I will move this camera to a better spot. Eventually that actually works. Oh God, that's even worse, maybe. So maybe if we could just be younger, that would solve the issue. Okay. Bad
Her
stuff.
question
My mom,
is, will I
obstacles,
get out of
attacks.
this?
Okay, Aubrey.
Is it the Empress?
Empress, the Emperor, and the World.
Okay.
That's 3 yes cards, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the Empress. Empress and Emperor, that's a divine couple. See, everything that I've studied is about relationship reads. And this is a relationship, it's just not a romantic one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fighting hard to get out of old cycles and narcissism attacks. Completion. So it seems like, I don't know how to read this. You're going to have to help me.
So the Emperor, the Empress, and then the World. So with her asking, her question was, will I get out of this? It's a familial relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So this I would read as her, right?
Divine feminine.
Mm-hmm. And see, because I know her personally and I can tap into her, I feel like this is talking about her dad. She's very connected to her dad in spirit. He's kind of a guide to her in a sense, right? So what I would say to her is, I feel like she's guided. I feel like she's being guided out of this situation. I feel like dad is helping her to deal with mom. But
So this is about protection too.
Mm-hmm. But the answer is yes. You will. The answer is yes, Aubrey. You will get out of this. God, I do not like this fucking chicken neck shit I got going on.
So we got 3 yeses, but as the learner in tarot here, I could not pull out what these 3 together meant. And that's part of why when you're learning tarot, you need a mentor.
The World is about opportunity. Like, it's about things already being in motion. It's about things already being plated. That's the word that comes to mind. And I don't usually use that word to describe it. That's never come to me before. But it feels like things are already plated. Things are already in motion. It's just kind of like you just deal with the bullshit head on. And everything's going to fall where it needs to. Do I really look like chubby? Sorry, everybody. When you see yourself on camera, you're like, oh,
what
okay.
happened to me between here and there? All right. So the Empress, the Emperor. So I don't know about her dad. All I've seen is that there's some bad stuff. Will I get out of this?
So if you didn't know about her dad, you could still read it as guidance under a male.
Or a male energy?
Or a male, yeah, exactly. A male energy, a male influence. And also, if you don't feel connected with those cards, put them back and re-pull. Like, you have to be okay with not being right sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, oh wait, that doesn't feel, and that's not the right way to say it. It's not what I mean exactly, but with starting over or doing it over, like, I'm not connecting with that card. Let me just put it back. Like, a lot of readers will just continue on with it, even if they're not connecting with it or feeling it, because they don't want to look wrong in front of the client or the sitter, right?
Right.
They don't want to look like they don't know what they're talking about, to be like, I'm going to do it over, Don't be afraid to just do over. If you don't connect with those cards, put them right the fuck back, and they will come back out again if they're going to. I promise you, if they're meant to.
See, outside of a love relationship, I would have said, with enough time, you're surrounded by love. Follow your intuition, maybe. You're being protected, and you're about to complete this.
Yeah.
So
See? Same thing.
Way generally. It's
But same thing, different way to get there.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Aubrey. Any other questions you can ask for my practice? She says she loves you.
I love you, Aubrey. I'll see you tomorrow. See? Okay, so I'm pulling for Aubrey now. I also get the world.
Okay. Will I ever have a good guy? Said everyone everywhere.
It's either the two, so I won't take it.
So I would say yes. Again, yes.
Yeah.
She's pulling for your last question. And then we'll go, will I ever have a good guy?
All right. So I would come to the same conclusion with this. So this is about manifesting. The Magician is about manifesting. It's about working with the elements, the things in front of you, the things around you, your environment. It's about taking shit and turning it into brownies. It's manifesting using what you have around you. The world, again, things are already in motion. You being the central point of something, and things being in motion around you that you kind of don't have necessarily control over, but it's happening. Then the Star is very positive. That's a yes card for sure. Holy shit, how'd you do that?
You just drag. I have 2 screens.
Girl, can you come to my house and set my computers up for me? My goodness.
Yes,
that's
with
amazing.
Enough hours. I think if we need to have maybe we can put the camera there, so we're looking there. It looks like a natural thing. But if we're looking here, I'll put it here. Sorry, Aubrey. But basically the same thing. So let's look. Will I ever have a good guy?
Okay,
Will I ever have a good guy? Time to go within. Do some shadow work, maybe. Hermit.
Oh, you got the Hermit?
Do some shadow work.
Okay. Is that the Moon?
And Strength.
Okay.
Things are hidden. Uncertainty, confusion, trust, intuition, inner guidance, illusion, and uncertainty. You don't feel like it right now. Maybe you're in a time of self-reflection. Maybe not dating right now. Work on your self-confidence.
I read this card as things taking away your strength. Like feeling.
Overcome any challenges, okay? You have the strength and courage to overcome any challenge. I have the inner strength to overcome any challenges. So you read that as something is challenging her. Where she's needing to use her strength.
Right now. So I read this as, how would you read that for a love reading? The Hermit, the Moon, and then the Strength. How would you read it?
She said,
put input.
Hermit and the Moon and Strength? What did you say?
How would you read those?
Yeah.
For her question before I put input.
Will I ever have a good guy? My knee jerk is to say you need to go within, trust your intuition, work on yourself, and on the other side of that, someone will appear when you're least expecting it.
So I read it as a yes, right? I read it that she's in a period of quietness. I read it that she's in a period of stillness. I read it that she's in a period of self-reflection. And removal of baggage is what just came to mind. And then again, if you remember,
shadow, and I shouldn't use that word shadow work because people don't all know what that means.
I mean, they can look it up or they can ask about it. You know what I mean? So, but it's about like, yeah. So, and if you remember when I said the other day, the Moon card is, for me, I read the Moon card as two people coming together for a common goal or purpose. It can be lovers, it can be friends, it can be co-workers. It's two people it's us, two people coming together for a common goal or purpose for a positive reason, right? So I read this as yes, but not now. I read this as yes, but there's a respite period and a period of re-strengthening the self.
Mm.
It's getting back in touch with your, with her own resilience.
Mm-hmm. And self-confidence.
Mm-hmm. It's rebuilding after a period of quiet. It's coming out of something.
Okay. So then I have a question about the moon then, because the
Okay.
moon, the traditional meaning from what I can tell is that something is uncertain, someone's confused, there are secrets, and something is hidden. Where the sun is the opposite, something's becoming clear.
When you read the traditional meaning of the card, does all of that resonate with you or just half of it?
All of it for a minute. That's how I read it.
But
do
you read it that way because it's what the card says, or because it's what you feel?
Because what the card says.
Okay, exactly.
Okay.
So take a minute, right? Because you want to be clear too. So take a minute and don't get like too hung up on what it says and the traditional meaning and stuff like that, because you want to be able to feel what it means.
Right. I think I have to beat the academic out of me.
So that, like, as you were reading what the card she's using to show you guys what we're talking about, she's using this practice deck. It tells you like what each card means and stuff like that. But me as a natural reader, I don't always use the traditional meanings. I have my own intuitive interpretations and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we're discussing. So as you were reading what this traditionally says, I only resonated with half of it for Aubrey. The part about the first part you read, I can't even remember exactly what it says, but about secrets and hidden things, I don't feel that part of it. I feel it's coming out of something. It's coming out of a period of darkness. It's coming out of a period of secrets, of illusions, of things like that.
Yep, I was lost and got damaged big time.
So you can use the traditional meaning for this, right? But you also have to take your intuition into more of an account than the traditional meaning, in my opinion. Like,
Okay.
what do you connect with? What do you feel?
And so I feel like this is the difference between learning what a card traditionally means and then actually being able to read it as a reader, which you need to use your intuition and
so you can learn the cards all day long,
yeah.
You know, but then there comes some matter of intuition to be able to interpret and put it all together in a cohesive way.
Mm-hmm. This is why,
and that's
everyone
why
could use a mentor.
And the best way to learn is to practice. You know, you can read all the books in the world, but I learned something, even though I'm an established reader, I learn something every time I work with a client. I learn a new technique. I learn something new comes in. It's just, you're always learning. So just get the basics and then put that in a shelf and use your intuition.
Because I think that's the scary part. Like I've spent a
Which
great
is why
time.
I suggest you starting with just the major arcana.
Yeah. I wish I had known that a year and a half ago. A year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I finally just got the cards and started saying, okay, friends, give me a question, and understand that I could totally fuck this up. I'm going to try. I'm going to tell you what the cards mean. And then we can see with friends, you can have the conversation back and forth. Does this make sense for you? Or how? I don't understand what this is meaning. And then they'll say, oh, that makes sense to me because this just happened. And that's what I learned. Oh, that could mean that. I see where that comes up in the cards. But you can't do that with someone you don't know very well. If you're just logging on and maybe that person just left too. If you'd like to send a question in the chat, we're doing free readings for subscribers. Just hit subscribe, it's free, and then send a question in the chat. And we're already at 38 minutes. That was a fast 38 minutes, and that was 3 questions.
Wow.
So if you'd like to send a free question in the chat, I am learning tarot, and I'm here with my mentor, Michelle, who is teaching me how to read the tarot and also combine that with intuition, etc. You can hit subscribe and send a question. And And with my best friend, I always did the best readings with her.
Mhm.
Like they consistently showed up accurate.
That's good.
But I knew her situation. I could talk to her about it. We could test the cards and me, and just keep going without, any expectation
If
level
you can
or
do it with one
judgment.
person, you can do it with other people. You just have to get comfortable with it and trust your intuition and get out of the trying to make sense of it. Like, just
Right.
give it. Like, that's the part
Okay.
that holds up a lot of people. They get stuck on that part of it. Like, it's not for me. It's not for you, right? It doesn't need to make sense to me. It needs to make sense for them. So I don't give a shit. I just give what I get. That's the best piece of advice my mentor ever taught me. Has shout out Lillian Suarez. If you watch this, Lillian. Best piece of advice I ever got from a mentor was it's not for you. It doesn't fucking matter. It's for them. Just give what you get. That's exactly what Lillian would tell us all the time. Just give what you get.
Like if you're hearing, toothpaste, then freaking say toothpaste.
Yep, because that
and
might
just
mean
trust.
something for them.
Right.
That might mean that, they could have had a toothpaste fight. Any number of things. You know what I mean? It's not for us to understand. And when we get in that space of trying to understand it, that's when you're out of the reading. That's when you're now in the ego and not in your intuition. So whatever's going to come out of your mouth is going to be your own reflections, your own shit. So you want to stay in your intuition and out of your ego.
Okay.
So don't try to understand it. Just give what you get.
Okay.
And even the cards included. Like, just what does it feel? What do you feel about it?
If you'd like to send a question in the chat, we're answering questions for free. Just subscribe to the channel and send your question in chat, and we will take a shot at it.
Somebody liked it.
Somebody we know or don't know?
I don't know. I have no idea. Just know it says somebody liked it.
Hey, Christy Shoemaker.
Oh, hi, you.
Do you know Christy?
Yeah.
Hi, Christy. Thank you for coming. All right. What is my biggest obstacle right now, and how do I move past it? Something is holding me back. So what is my biggest obstacle right now, and how do I move past it?
Oh, Ashley's watching. Hey. I love you guys for supporting. You guys are awesome.
Did everybody subscribe?
Give us a little subscribe.
Right.
Oh my God. I've never thought I'd be that person saying that shit.
Yeah. Every other word.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Get us to 1,000. We're on 4. And I'm one of the 4. Are you one of the 4?
Yeah. Yeah. And my mom
Day
or
one.
something's probably the other one,
Day 1.
How crazy would I look if I
All right.
put
What is my
clothes on?
biggest obstacle right now, and how do I move past it?
Who is that question from? Christy?
Christy.
Where's the bathroom?
Right there. Just have to go around the corner.
Hi, Maple. Hi.
Hold on one second, Christy. I'm going to try to read this, and then she's going to come tell me.
Is this locked or?
Yeah, you got to go around the corner to the left.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. So I got the Empress, the World, and the Devil. Oops, there we go. Empress, the World, and the Devil. What's my biggest obstacle right now, and how do I move past it? It's kind of on the nose. You're asking about what your biggest obstacle right now, and the Devil shows up. Now, the meaning in the card, it says oppression, addiction, obsession, powerlessness, limitation. So it could be a way of thinking. It could be a person, in your life. It could be an addiction. How do I move past it? Trust your intuition. Got the Empress. Sense of belonging, wholeness. All right. So you ready?
Yeah, what'd you get?
I got the Empress, the World, and the Devil, which was pretty funny because she's asking about what her biggest obstacle is right now and how do I move past it. And I don't get how do I move past it, but The devil, I understand to mean that it could be from, you know, anything can be your devil, like the way you're thinking, or a person in your life, an addiction, something like that. But I don't get what that obstacle is and how do I move past it. What does that mean? Trust her own intuition and skill. And I would say that she is moving past it.
It's herself.
That's how you, okay, so something within herself.
It's self-doubt.
And where do you get the answer to the question, how do I move past it?
How do I move past it would be letting go of any people, places, and things that are not in your highest and greatest good. It would be, I feel like we're talking about literally the way you talk to yourself, literally the way you speak to yourself, the way you feel about yourself, the way you think to yourself. It's your internal landscape.
Now, where do you get internal landscape from these particular cards? Is it because it's the Empress and the Devil?
It's the combination of all of them.
Okay.
And my intuitive feeling, my
Okay.
intuitive knowing. You were totally, all the things you just said are totally accurate. We're saying the same thing in a different way.
Okay. How do I move past it? What did you say about how to move past it?
What would I say about how to move past it?
Yeah, you did say. So it's your own, it's yourself, maybe your way of thinking, your self-limiting beliefs.
Self-doubt.
Self-doubt.
Rewrite the program.
Because it looks like she has what it takes. She
yes,
does have
but she
what
has
it takes.
self-doubt.
You have what it takes. You just need to believe it.
I feel like we do things that are comfortable. I feel like we do things that are not as risky because there's self-doubt. The word that just came to me is self-deprecating. Like almost a feeling of not deserving. Does that resonate, Christy?
If you're new here, you can hit the subscribe button and send a question in the chat. We'll answer it for free. Something is holding me back. Herself, then.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she might have even passed up opportunities because she didn't believe enough in herself.
Preach, I've done that.
We all have. What'd she say?
This is awesome. Proud of you.
Does it resonate, Christy, what we're saying?
If you're new here, you can hit the subscribe button and send a question in the chat. We'll answer it for free.
Like, surprising comment. Wait, no, wait. Like,
Like,
subscribe, and comment.
I heard one reader say, if you're feeling the vibe, subscribe.
Yeah, there you go. Or it's the vibe, subscribe.
Right. Anytime I look at one of these readings or one of these YouTube channels, I automatically hit the like. If I'm watching it, you deserve the like.
Mm-hmm.
But subscribing is different. But we're going to be on here, answering the questions for you and helping people learn to read tarot a lot. She said it. Christy says it seems about right.
Is there a
Oh my God, Christy.
Is there or was there, Christy, a change of job opportunity? Oh, I can see comments over here too. Oh, I can send hearts. Look at that. Ooh.
It's so fancy. Christy, I can relate to that so much. You know, I was, you know, in a bad relationship, and I didn't have any I had self-doubt going on, and I took a leap of faith. All of a sudden, I ran for office last year, and that means public speaking. That means everything is out in the open, and I just said, fuck it. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to do it. I'm either going to crash and burn. And it was one of the best, most fulfilling, most rewarding years of my life. I forced myself out there, forced myself to believe in myself. Knees shaking, hands trembling. I highly recommend it.
And you know what I really feel about it, honestly?
What?
You were never meant to win it.
I don't think so.
It was never about that.
Obviously not.
It was never about that. It was
I
about,
don't think so.
it was about taking that leap of faith.
Yes. It was about believing in
Which
myself.
is another example of sometimes God's rejection is your protection.
Yeah.
That was never meant for you. It wasn't about that. It was about the community. It was about the connections. And it was about this.
I think it was.
Because if you didn't go through that, you would never have the balls or the confidence to
No.
do this.
Absolutely not. I absolutely can see, looking back,
Mhm.
all the things. So many things had to happen in order for me to come to this path that just feels right. It hit me at like 1 o'clock in the morning, the idea for this. And it feels right, and I feel like $1,000,000. And
that's what
I'm
that's
out here,
exactly
you know,
what it
putting
is.
my face on YouTube, and I don't care.
And
It's
I've
what I wanna
always
do.
been a scared chicken to put my face on YouTube. And well, here we are. Not giving a fuck.
No fucks to give.
No fucks
That's
to
a high
give.
five
No fucks to
opportunity. Is
give.
what that is. Christy said, I think my internal landscape needs some cleanup.
Yeah, exactly. It's
All of
it's
us.
exactly
That's all
the
of us.
internal landscape. It's about how you think to yourself, how you speak to yourself, how you love yourself.
Yeah.
You know, how would you advise a friend? How would you speak to a friend? That's how you should be speaking to yourself. Because thoughts are really things.
Oh, $1 million question. $1 million thoughts become your reality.
Mm-hmm.
I was never so scared. I swore up and down I would never, under any circumstances, ever run for office.
And you did. You're welcome, Christy. How many people are watching?
3, it looks like. If you are here and would like to send a question in the chat, we'll answer
Oh my
it.
God, I'm one of them.
You're one of them?
Yeah. Because I'm
Where were
not,
the other 2?
I don't know. No idea.
Get out of there, you stalker.
I did it so I could make sure we could hear and
Yeah.
stuff.
How is the sound? Christy, if you're
Fine.
still there, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sound seems to be okay. We obviously need we need this. Yeah.
And then just figure out the camera
Camera.
placement. Yeah.
While we're in stall mode, you can send a question. Just put it in the chat and we will answer it for free for all subscribers, please. Subscribing is free. Just hit the little button. There's got to be a happy meeting. I need something taller. Okay. Maybe this is it. That's better.
How do you work your face out at the gym?
How do you work your face out? There seems to be a lag. This definitely helps. I have putting others first and not taking care of me. Yeah. Gosh.
That's the story
so
of
very true for women.
so many people's lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always put everybody first.
Yeah.
I hurt myself in the process trying to make somebody else happy and be, everything that person wanted. And all it did was hurt me. No job change or opportunity.
I love you,
yet.
Ashley.
Putting others first, not taking care of me. No job change or opportunity yet. But it's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do to build your self-confidence?
It's really how you think about yourself. How you think. I thought some shitty thoughts 5 minutes ago. I'm going to think better thoughts now. Fake it till you make it.
And I've seen people put sticky notes on their mirror, read it, recite it to yourself, say it out loud every morning.
So if you
Write down
if
something.
you're right-handed, right? I always talk about brushing the little brushing your teeth analogy. If you always brush your teeth with your right hand, right, and you're sitting there, you're brushing your teeth,
Right.
thinking your regular, shitty thoughts. Put some sticky notes on your mirror. I am fucking amazing. I am a millionaire. I am whatever you want. Like whatever your thing is you're trying to work on. I am generous. I am kind. Whatever your thing is you're trying to work on. Put some sticky notes on your mirror. And if you normally brush with your right hand, where the fuck is the camera? There it is. Brush with your left hand. So start brushing with your opposite normal hand while you're reciting these things on the sticky note in your mirror. It's neuroscience. It's not just witchy woo woo shit. You can Google it, look it up. It's about creating new synapses in the brain and making those new connections. And it will feel weird at first. It will feel foreign. It will feel like a lie. But eventually you will absorb it. Eventually it won't feel so weird. Eventually you will believe it because you made those connections. And also remember, it takes 21 days to form a habit. So consistency. Keep doing it every day. Every time you brush your teeth, you should brush your teeth, twice a day? At least. So every day, use your opposite hand, recite those things, just put 2 or 3 on the mirror. I am lovable. I am enough, whatever it is. And just keep doing it.
Someone said, and I really love this, if it doesn't scare you, it's probably not worth doing. So maybe do something that scares you. For me, it was public speaking.
Change is uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
that's where the growth happens.
That's where the growth is. Christy, do you want to say what industry you're looking in? I wonder why there's a lag too. Is there always a lag, I guess? Maybe for...
I think so. Because I hear a little bit of a lag in my earbud. Like you just said right now on the channel, I wonder why there's a lag. Is there always a lag?
That's a big lag. I wonder if that has something to do with computer speed.
I don't know. I was just
Better
wondering that
equipment?
too. Or Wi-Fi or whatever.
Yeah, Wi-Fi speed.
I don't know.
I mean, my Wi-Fi is right there, and I've got the fastest plan that they have, but my computer seems slow to me.
I don't know.
And I wonder if it'd be different on the phone. I did hear that in one of those YouTube videos about YouTube businesses, about iPhones being perfectly fine, that camera and everything.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Like so many people say all you need is an iPhone.
Yeah. Maybe we
Which
could
I do
try
not
it.
have.
I do.
I'm not an iPhoner. I don't even know how to work an iPhone. I'm not cool enough.
Come on over with the cool kids, man.
Need some more questions.
I thought I would never go to an iPhone either, but then the what is it? FaceTime made me switch over because it's so easy just to see someone and talk to them. If you can't be
We can
with
do
them.
that on Android too, though.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But it's just like there's an app or there's some different way, or you have to have
No,
at that time you had to have a subscription or something. I don't remember. It's probably not the case anymore. Though.
No. Maybe my kids video chat with their little friends all the time.
Well, we've been on almost an hour. Should we shut it down or
Sure.
sit around?
Does anybody, I mean, we only have a couple people watching, but does anyone have any other questions? Christy, do you have any other questions or follow-up questions before we cut this live? This is just our practice run. We are going to be going live regularly. We'll get a schedule going and all the things will be posted on all the socials.
Messages take time to go through, she said.
Yeah, I think so. For sure.
And I've noticed that when I've been chatting on other people's YouTube videos, it takes a minute for it to go through and then a minute for the person to see it. So
The lag time seems to change too.
Really?
Because it's not so, it's like quicker right now.
And what's going to happen when there's 100,000 people on here?
Oh my God. Then we'll have to go in order.
Like 6 months from here, people are going to be saying, when is she ever going to fucking get it? She's been on here for 6 months being taught this shit.
No, don't say that. No way. No.
Pick up the pace.
And it adds value completely because you're, like I say, you're getting to the same place in a different way. So it adds value just in the same way that what I say does, so don't feel like discounted or discouraged or anything like that at all.
No.
It's exactly what it's supposed to be. And you know it quite well, so give yourself some fucking credit.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming. We have completed the first hour on our YouTube. Bye.
Wait, next week, 2/11, 10 p.m. EST, back to the channel for another live.
I'm going to put that in the chat
Yeah,
before we get
put
out
that
of
in the
here.
chat. 2/11, 10 p.m. EST.
Good call.
Put it on your calendar. Tell your friends. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah,
Really never thought I'd be one of those people to say that shit, but here we are. And my name is Michelle, and this is April.
Okay, bye.
See you next week.